Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good evening, I should say, and welcome to the community news. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing fine, both mentally, physically, and all the rest of it. I'm doing all right, thank you very much. Busy, but for good reasons this time, which is a nice change, with me having now found a place and everything else. So that's occupying my mind quite a bit as well, along with a few other things that I shall get into in a moment. I trust you all got through the weekend in one piece. I did. Yes, and that actually reminds me then straight away of the first thing I wanted to talk about. And that was, I'd like to first of all put out a little thanks, or a big thanks, to a friend of mine called Deborah, who impromptuly joined me for a 10-minute, just under 10-minute video that we did on Saturday, just documenting the, just updating really on the technological enhancements that are now visible in our communities. This is where situations start getting a bit more real, because they're no longer visions of people with too much time on their hands marching on streets making noises. Now suddenly we have the stuff right on our doorsteps, and people are, even within the community, arguing because some people think they know it all and know exactly what they are, and other people, like me, prefer to just question everything and go, well, what doesn't matter what they say they are, what are they really? It doesn't matter what's on the package, doesn't matter what the engineers think they know they're installing. What are they really? What are they actually doing? Why are they adding constantly to the stuff that's already there, that allows my phone and my TV or whatever else gadget I'm using to work absolutely fine? So what is actually really, really going on? That's the question of this, not whether somebody has spotted a box 2 weeks before someone else has, or not because somebody knows an engineer who knows a technician who knows their 5G. Well, what on earth does that even mean? What does that even mean, right? They're questions that we have to ask, and we're not getting satisfactory responses to them from anybody, certainly no authorities. They'll give you the standard response, right? So that was the point of that video, really, because it's definitely getting more and more. So thank you very much to Deborah for that, because although we had a little bit of fun doing it, we did, and we always have fun when we meet up and stuff, but that had a serious message to it, because people just need to start being aware. It's all right, everybody in the community is saying they're all aware, but what about those out there? The ones who, dare I say it, kind of bought into things, Anyway, but that was the first video. I'm just working backwards now. And the one I did before that, just to sort of briefly go through the last couple of videos that I did, because they're all connected with this, was one where I was talking about why bother about small fry. Again, it's about the whole idea of maybe majoring on the minors and looking at the stuff that they want us to look at, when in actual fact we should be asking much more important questions. So on that video, I raised the point about conserving energy and not getting all worked up about the coronation or whatever they call these ceremonies nowadays, because at the end of the day, they are attached to a much bigger system that runs it all. So whether you have a republic or whether you have a monarchy doesn't make any difference. That's what we get in this country, and in other countries they get other stuff to look up to and get angry about and get divided over, which is exactly the goal. But anyway, so those were the last two videos that I put out. I'm just checking the clock. And they have an underlying message. When I put stuff out, I'm not proclaiming to be the first to know whatever it is I'm talking about. These topics that we're addressing, they're cyclic. They don't have a beginning, they don't have an end. They're always up to date. They're always a topic we should be addressing constantly. It's not a competition about who was first, who was loudest, whose photos were nicest. It's about reminding and keeping that message out, going out. It's all about repetitiveness. That lot on the TV or wherever, they do it all the time. You can't get away from it. We're more than entitled to. We, the people, if I want to use a slogan. But anyway, so I just wanted to quickly talk about that briefly. And, you know, the catchword there, or the main word there, is community. And, you know, initiatives and things like that, while we still have the opportunity to do it without any massive BS repercussions that do nothing but take up a lot of your time, energy, and worry people, we should be doing them. And that's why I'm very eager to do this, and that's why I'm finding a lot of support in it as well. And that is the vigil that's coming up on the 27th of May in Bournemouth Gardens. You know, the whole point behind it is really it's a community initiative. It's got nothing to do with any demo groups or any protests or anything of that nature. It's to highlight the fact that we are all in this together, no matter what your opinion on anything is, on any topic. If this doesn't unite, then I don't know what ever will. Right? What else can I say to that? So, 27th of May, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1400 hours. From then onwards, there will be a group of people, and what it sounds like to me, what recent estimations, quite a few people will be attending, to offer conversations and to also learn from those who maybe haven't spoken to anybody about it, because let's face it, who do you go to with this? Who do you go to with this? This is the whole point, isn't it? Where are you going to go if you've got issues with your health because of what's happened? You're going to go to your doctor, your hospital, the very ones that administered it in the first place. You know, the responses are going to be pre-prepared, aren't they? They're going to be, well, it will be this, or it will be that, or it could be that. It's not ever going to touch the truth, because we're never going to know what's really happened. We can speculate till the cows come home, but we ain't ever really going to know. You know. But what we do know is there are consequences to what's happened, and a lot of people are either directly, personally affected by it in terms of their health, or they know people, loved ones, friends, family, who have suffered the consequences, either paying the ultimate price of trusting their authorities, or are suffering to this day with ailments and such like. Right? Gets me annoyed just thinking about it. But anyway, that's the 27th of May, Saturday. So please do come and join us. Please do interact with us. Please do help us get through this and help us figure out ways of making our lives a little bit easier, because this ain't over. This ain't over. Right, and that then also moves me swiftly on to something that for some reason triggers the hell out of people. I don't know why, but there's a Flat Earth Social on the 30th of May, 3 days after the vigil in Bournemouth Gardens on the Saturday, at 7 o'clock, 1900 hours, in the Pavilion Arms in Bournemouth. Dave Weiss will be gracing us with his presence this time. He will be attending per technology, you know, so be there or be exceedingly sphere is what I always say. And as I like to be consistent on that one, I will remain saying that. He will be there, and hopefully we can then also, you know, expand that group, which I think we are anyway. Last time when Dave Murphy was here, we had a nice number of people there. Like I said on the last time we talked about it, I counted over 40 people at one stage, which is splendid. So let's hope we can repeat that this time round. And now that the weather's getting it better, it might lure people to come out as well and maybe entertain the idea, because there shouldn't be anything triggering about the topic, really. We're talking about what we observe. We're talking about our reality. We're not talking about a language called mathematics that has been misused, let's say, to explain the obvious simplicity of what's around us. You know? And you still have people claiming to this day that if you put 1,000 spirit levels end to end, they're at right angles, don't forget, that they must bend somewhere because the earth is a ball. No. But that's the problem, isn't it? It's reconciling what one has learned and the indoctrination with clear and obvious discrepancies in what we see, you know. So there we have it. But anyway, so feel free to turn up for that as well, if you like. It's a nice venue. Everybody there is nice, that I know of, that I've met, and I've met everybody. Nobody bites, and everybody is open to any topic, and that's the lovely thing about the environment there. You can literally talk about absolutely anything, because I think if you gain an understanding of the fact that we've been lied to about the realm itself where we live, then it blows open the doors to everything else. It makes it all far more easier to understand and get your head around that, well, yeah, of course, you can be lied to about pretty much anything. Well, no, drop the pretty much bit, you know, about everything, you know. So it's good to talk about it. It's good to find like-minded people, and it's good to find environments where you can talk about it and you're not going to be getting, you know, mocked, judged, and all the rest of it. So there we go. So I thought I would just bring those brief couple of announcements to you, and, you know, just highlight the last couple of videos that I put out. And a big thank you to my friend Deborah. Always a pleasure, my darling. You know, hopefully I'll see some of you at the vigil. I mean, this won't be my last video. I'll put another few out before then. But I do look out for further announcements on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook under Sven Pillay, my name, or you can find me, funny enough, in Instagram under my name, Sven Pillay too. And I'm always putting bits and bobs up there, little announcements here or there or whatever. So, you know, and apart from that, nothing more to say really on that topic. So I'll leave it there. Larry sends his regards. He is happy as said name, because the sun has been shining today and it's been a beautiful day. So that, I think, bucks everybody up, doesn't it? Don't they just know it? So on that note, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you all soon. Some of you sooner. Take care, take it easy, and ta-ta for now.